At this time, do we have any emergency traffic for the net? Hearing none, Net Control just kind of has one announcement here. I don't know how many of y'all know, but our very own W3MEB about a week or so ago was deployed by FEMA to New Jersey. I've kind of been in contact with him through Facebook Messenger. He says he's in a fairly safe place right now, but he says where he's at, they're losing quite a few people up there in the New Jersey area. So we definitely want to keep Mark ME3, W0ME3, I should say, in our thoughts and our prayers this evening, along with all the rest of the folks that are dealing with this virus. So at this time, I'm going to ask, are there any club announcements for the net? Hearing no announcements at this time, we're going to go ahead and take check-ins at this time. First, we're going to be asking for portables, mobiles, those who are in and out. I ask that when you call in, give us your call sign first alphabetically, then go ahead and do it phonetically, then your name and your location. We ask that you pause before you speak, and we'll do three at a time. So portables, mobiles, those who are in or out, please call KE0QYA.
KE0CYR. This is Bob. I'm from Sedalia, and I'm in and out.
It's WB0LRX, Whiskey Bravo 0, Lima, Romeo, X-Ray, Jeff, in and out. Thank you.
KE0UHO, Kilo Echo 0 Union Hotel Oscar. This is Mike in the Dresden Sedalia area. I'm in and out.
Okay, had a double there with the last one. I had KE0CYR, WB0LRX, KE0UHO Mike. All three were in and out. Then the other station that was there at the end that doubled, we can go ahead and come back with your call sign, please.
KE0ZTE, Jack Windsor.
All right, Jack, appreciate that. KE0CTE. We'll go ahead and take any more check-ins for portables, mobiles, those who are in and out. Please call KE0QYA.
Kilo 0, Bravo, Mike Charlie, Ben in Warrensburg, K0BMC, in and out.
So X-Ray, I'm Brian in Sedalia, I'm in and out.
All right, I had a couple there. That was a double. Had KE0, I believe it was BMC at the top, and then Brian, KE0, I believe his is WHT, I believe. So we'll put you guys down for both being in and out. Okay, any more mobiles, portables, those who are in and out? Call Net Control now.
Richard, this is Brian. That was KE0WTX.
All right, Brian, I appreciate that. I was almost quite right, but not quite for sure. So, do appreciate you coming back. Okay, at this time we're going to go ahead and take regular check-ins. Regular check-ins for the Spark Repeater Net. Once again, we'll take three check-ins at a time. State your call sign, both alphabetically and phonetically, and your name and location. Call Net Control now.
Q0TA, Kilowatt Golf 0 Tango Alpha. Name is Mike. QTH is Marshall, Missouri.
KD0ETL, Kilo Delta 0 Echo Tango Lima, Paul in Hughesville.
KC0CYA, Kilo Charlie 0, Charlie Yankee Alpha, Philip in Green Ridge.
All right, got three good ones there. Got KC0CYA, KD0ETL, and Mike up in Marshall. I didn't quite catch your call sign there. Can you go ahead and give me that one more time, please?
You betcha. Kilowatt Golf 0 Tango Alpha. Typical amateur.
All right, Mike, got that down that time. You're at the top of the list, so we'll turn it over to you. What's your any comments for the net tonight, please?
Not really anything too terribly constructive. I've been a ham over here in Marshall for a few years. I've came up from Springfield to teach over at Warrensburg. It's kind of a teach by the seat of your pants now, as some of the other instructors might tell you. So really not much. Give me a bit of a chance to do some HF work, which has been kind of fun. So I guess you can look at the bright side of almost anything.
WA0 SDO repeater.
No, we'll definitely agree with that, Mike, and we really appreciate you checking into the net tonight. Check in anytime. Next we'll go down to Paul, KD0ETL. Good evening, Paul, and your comments, please.
KD0QYA in the net, KD0ETL. Good evening, Richard, and thanks for taking the net. Before I get started, could I ask the gentleman in Marshall what Marshall's repeater and the offset is?
Well, I knew you were going to ask me that. Now you're not going to think I'm from Marshall. Golly gee, I think it's 147.165. Ooh, negative offset, and that's about all I can tell you. Everything wrong, nothing right.
Okay, well, the tone was the only thing I needed. I'll figure it out when I punch it in, and if it doesn't come up right, then I'll know and I'll change it. All right, thanks for that. Richard, I don't have too much going on here. Just we're watching the grandkids during the week while their mom works at the hospital, and Marcia's working. She's on her way home as we speak. And only other thing I wanted to mention, if anybody's interested, at 8:17 p.m., the space station is going to fly over. It's going to go from northwest to southeast for 5 minutes. So that's a pretty long one. So if anybody's interested in seeing that, and I think it cleared off enough, maybe we can see it. So that's it. Everyone stay safe, stay at home. 73 KD0ETL back to net.
KD0ETL, KD0QI. All right, Paul, appreciate that. I don't know if we'll have a short net tonight or not since that announcement that you just made, but hey, if it is, it is. Next, we'll go down to Philip, KC0CYA. Good evening, Philip, and your comments this evening.
Hi, guys. Hey, thanks for that announcement over the net with the space station. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's just in another 7 minutes, so we'll be looking for it. Don't have much to say. Just wanted everybody to know that we're healthy. Been catching up on my Little Rascals. That's a good show. You know, Spanky and the Wild Man from Borneo. If you ever get a chance to watch that one, that's a good one. Wild Man, eat 'em up, yum yum. You know. Anyway, that's all I got. 73s, everybody. KC0CYA. I'm out.
All right, Philip. Yeah, appreciate that. You're talking about watching some of those older shows. I kind of got that. I think it's MeTV, and getting to watch a lot of Hogan's Heroes, and then there's another station on there that does a lot of All in the Family and Sanford and Son. So yeah, we're catching up on a lot of those old shows myself. So hey, we're at the bottom of the list. We'll go ahead and put out another call for check-ins. Call Net Control. Call KE0QYA.
KY0P, Kilo Yankee 0 Papa, Dennis and Sedalia.
W0VK.
K0TV, Kilo 0 Tango Victor.
All right, got three good ones there. Got K0TV, W0VK, and that puts KY0P up at the top. Good evening, Dennis, and your comments for tonight.
Good evening, Richard. Everybody else. Haven't heard you on the radio for a while, Richard. I don't know if maybe we're just on there at the wrong time or something. Usually I can catch you once or twice a day on there. But good to hear you're still alive and upright. So anyway, Missouri QSO party was going on this weekend. The bands were pretty dead. I made a couple of contacts. I think one in Ohio and one in Mississippi. But other than that, they were dead. So I didn't play too long, a couple of hours, and only made 2 comments. So anyway, you'd mentioned old TV shows. I don't know how many people like Johnny Carson, but he is on Antenna TV at 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. And gosh, the humor on there is great. And for you new folks, the Tonight Show isn't anything like late night TV is today. It was actually funny back then. So anyhow, I guess that's about all I got. Just everybody stay safe. We had a pickup today at Walgreens, a grocery pickup, and just waiting for the groceries to come out. You can't imagine the number of people that were going in there, and they've asked that one person from each family goes in rather than many people, and you can't imagine the number of people that were going in there at a time, and most of them didn't have the face masks on. A lot of them, most of the people that brought out the groceries did, but anyway, everybody stay safe and stay home as much as you can. This is definitely nothing to not take serious. So anyway, 73, back to you, Richard. Everybody have a good week. KY0P.
All right, Dennis. I appreciate that. No, you know what business I'm in, and usually lately it's been one phone call after another or text message, and even though I'm doing less and less face-to-face, I'm doing more and more over the phone. So doesn't give me a whole lot of time, but hey, it is what it is. So appreciate you checking in tonight, Dennis. Next we'll go down to Brett, W0VK. Good evening, Brett, and your comments.
Good evening, Richard, and all listening stations. It's good to hear you all in there tonight. Everybody's sounding good. And Paul, at Marshall tone is 127.3. I got it as a positive offset. 147.165 positive, 127.3. That's what I've got, but you might double check it. I haven't talked on it in a little while. Anyway, everything's kind of good here. Did go up shop, filled around a little bit, and moved my antenna. I got 2 antennas up there, 2 towers up there, and did move them. I didn't further my plans on getting them in the ground, getting them up yet, but I did get them moved onto from one location to another. So I've got some things on my mind there. So one of these days, maybe I'll get it up and running like it ought to be. Anyway, don't know a whole lot else. Just wish everybody I did really enjoy running that net yesterday. Had a good time with that, and it seemed like everybody that was part of that had a good time. It was kind of fun. So I don't have anything else going on. We'll see you all later. 73 W0VK.
W0VK, K0QI. Yeah, that was a really good idea for yesterday. Kind of having a little meeting there on the net was definitely a good idea for sure, and appreciate you coming up with that idea, Brett, and hope you have a good week. Next, we'll go down to Harry, K0TV. Good evening, Harry.
Good evening, everyone on the net. Had nothing much going on here. Just staying in like everybody else. Been playing around with the Raspberry Pi, and it's been kind of fun, and I got kind of motivated to look into different flavors of Linux, and so I've been trying those. Nothing really else going on. I wanted to find out what the status was of the 6-meter repeater with Doc deployed. I think that's probably going to be downstream a little bit for us, but hope everybody's going to be okay and healthy, and hope to hear you all on the radio more. K0 TV.
WA0 SDO repeater.
K0 TV, K0QI. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else would have any more information on that or not. But if they do, they can come back in and let us know for sure, or maybe post it on the Facebook or the web page. So we're at the bottom of the list, so we'll go ahead and put out another call for check-ins. Check-ins, regular check-ins. Call Net Control, call KE0QIA.
AD0VD, Alpha Delta 0, Victor Delta, Donald Sedaya.
All right, Net Control recognizes AD0VD. Donald, it's good to hear you on the radio. Good evening and your comments.
Bob, I'm getting better. I can talk a little bit better now. But, you know, things happen as they happen. I have to tell you something else that happened. We went over to one of the grocery stores here in town yesterday. We went in, picked up what we want, walked by the where the eggs are, and one of the stockers was there putting some stuff in. My wife walked up to him, and you know Grace, she just doesn't dig at you guys. She looked at this guy and says, you know, that is definitely price gouging. There is no way you should be allowed to do that. He looked at her with a real strange look, and he says, what do you mean? And she said, read the sign. And he looked at it, and it says, let me see, limit 2 eggs. Didn't say cartons, it said 2 eggs, $4 each. And she contended that was awfully expensive for 2 eggs.
Well, that's our Grace force, that's for sure. Do you want us to go ahead and check her in?
But please, KE0MER. And I'm going to get back out here. It's starting to get a little raspy again. Hey, everybody have a great week, and everybody be safe that has to get out. Alpha Delta 0, Victor Delta will be clear.
Very good, Donald, and it's good to hear you on here, and hope the voice does get better, but you are sounding good, and it's good to hear you on the air. So that puts me down to the bottom of the list. Any more check-ins for the Spark Repeater Net? Call now.
W0MQD, Whiskey 0, Mike Quebec Delta, Tony in Boonville.
Alrighty, don't know if I had a double there or not, but was there any other station checking in with W0MQD? If so, please call now. Evidently not, so we'll go up to Mike, W0MQD. Good evening, Mike, and everything's up in Boonville.
Good evening. Name's Tony, Tango Oscar November Yankee. I think I might have said Mike at one point, and I think maybe I was talking about my microphone. All sorts of weird stuff going on lately. But no problem at all. Everything's going good over here. Nice, much better day today than it was the other day. I planted 12 tomatoes, and I think that was Wednesday or Thursday, and then we got that frost that came through, and luckily at my QTH near the river here, we didn't get below 33, so I'm very thankful for that. Participated in the Missouri QSO party. I only made about 35 contacts, but with an in-fed long wire, I'll take it. So appreciate you letting me get in here, and a really good net, and hope you all have a good rest of your week. This is W0MQD back to Net Control.
Okay, W0MQD, Tony, appreciate you checking in, and I know you've checked in before, and check in at any time. So we're at the bottom of the list. We'll go ahead and put out another call for check-ins. Call KE0QYA.
KE0QYA, WA0WUY.
KD0EHL, Gary, in and out.
Okay, had two that time that I heard. Gary, can you go ahead and repeat your call sign one more time, please?
Kilo Delta Echo, or Kilo Delta Zero Echo Hotel Lima.
All right, got her that time. KD0EHL. So we got you in and out. Then we'll go up to WA0WUI. Hey, what's going on, buddy, in your comments tonight?
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Oh, I got sidetracked and didn't get in here just a minute or two ago. Oh, pretty good. I'm looking forward to some warm temperatures tomorrow, I hope, and some sunshine. Yeah. What have you heard about the 6-meter repeater? Anything?
Well, the person that was working on it, W3MEB, he was deployed by FEMA up to New Jersey about 10 days ago, and I don't really know if there's any other activity been on it. I know that they was waiting, I think, on another crystal to come in or get reworked or something like that, but I don't know if anybody else has any other information on that. If so, I would go ahead and let you relay that on. Well, evidently, nobody knows, I guess, but did you have any more comments for the net this evening?
This is Steve, and I've been kind of listening on 6 for Holden and Springfield. I never heard a peep out of either one of them, so I don't know whether I've got an antenna that's going to work or not. Anyhow, I don't have much. Thought we had a good net, I guess you'd call it, there on this Saturday of the club meeting. That was nice. WA0WY, back to control.
All right, Steve, well, we certainly appreciate you checking in this evening, and I hope you have a good evening. So we're back down to the bottom of the list. Any more check-ins for the Spark Repeater Net? Call now.
KE0FUD. Kilo Delta Zero, Whiskey X-Ray Tango, Roger and Edwards.
Okay, no, we had 2 there and possibly a third. That was a double right off the top. Had KD0WHT Roger down in Edwards. Had KE0FUD Chris. Was there another station there that was checking in? If so, please call now. Well, if not, we'll go to the top of the list. KE0FUD. Good evening, Chris, and your comments for tonight.
Good evening. I don't guess I have a whole lot to say. I was in the house, staying out, or not going out and watching TV and wasn't watching the clock. Just about missed the net. I'm glad you're still there. Anyway, that's all. Have a good week. KE0FUD, back to you.
WA0SDO repeater.
All right, Chris, we certainly appreciate you checking in tonight. Next, we'll go down to Roger, KD0WHT. Good evening, Roger, and your comments for tonight.
Good afternoon, everyone on the net. I would appreciate it if you could check in KE0LMY, KE0LMZ, and KE0 Yankee Golf Tango. They're left the radio room here to me here for a little bit. They'll decide they want tacos. Hey, everybody, stay safe out there. I've got to run back and forth the rest of this week to the hospital down in Springfield, and it keeps getting stricter and stricter every time I go down there, which I'm actually glad to see. And everybody just have a good week. And this is KD0WXT back in control.
All right, KD0WXT, K0QI. Yeah, I know things are getting more strict and stricter, and saw all Facebook posts there. Sam's had some new friends she made down there. I think it was some birds she took pictures of, but hope everything's going well for you, Roger, and we're all thinking about you up this way. So we're down to the bottom of the list. Any more check-ins for the Spark Repeater Net? Call now.
KC0CYA recheck.
Go ahead, recheck.
I had to comment on something. The wife took the boy out to watch the space station go over, and he come back in and says, "Oh, it wasn't as neat as I thought it was going to be. And I said, why? What were you expecting? He goes, I was expecting the Death Star to fly over. So anyway, I had to comment on that one. KC0CYA, I'm out.
Okay.
All right there. Appreciate that. Thought I heard one more recheck in there. Go ahead.
0 ETL portable. Thanks for picking me up, Richard. Yeah, Phil, I'm glad you got to see it. Looked like it went right under the moon there for a little bit. KD0 ETL, I'm out.
KD0 ETL, K0QI. All right, we'll do one more last call for check-ins. One last call. Call net control now. If that was the station trying to get in, go ahead and try it one more time. Well, evidently, we're going to go ahead and shut down the net tonight. We had a total of 23 check-ins. The net lasted for approximately 28 minutes. So we appreciate everybody that's checked in tonight. If you were down out to see the space station, I hope you saw it. I hope everybody has a good week, and most importantly, has a safe week. This is Net Control. This is KE0QIA, turning the repeater back to normal radio use. Good night, everybody.